Yo, so as you guys saw in the thumbnail in this video, I will be talking about exactly how I fixed my acne forever without any skincare products, without anything, any bullshit, without chemicals, without medicine, nothing, just the natural way basically. It's pretty ironic. This is the worst skin I've had in a long time just because I'm trying to put on some fat and therefore I eat a lot of food. And sometimes I can, mess up the food combinations and some food doesn't digest properly. But it doesn't really matter because I cured my acne completely, the natural way. Even though I can get some bumps here and there, doesn't really matter. I know exactly what to do to get rid of them immediately. So if you're someone that struggles with acne or poor skin health overall, this video is specifically for you. Or if there's someone you know that might have like poor skin health, a lot of acne, they might considering taking, Accutane or other medicines just to try to cure their acne, please send this video to them so, I can help them with their acne, but also save their health overall since, modern medicine is really toxic and will destroy their health and their hormones in the long term. So first of all, what I had to realize when it comes to acne specifically is that it's not natural. If you look at tribes in nature that lives according to nature, that isn't living a modern lifestyle with a lot of blue light and processed foods and noise and constant stress, you can see that there's basically no acne found in nature. You can't find anyone with acne in nature. It's an unnatural thing and it's not supposed to be present. It's not supposed to be a thing in humans. That was the first clue about okay, if no one in nature got acne, but I'm living in, the modern city, I maybe have some stress from my modern job and I don't have the best diet, that's when I started realizing that, okay, this might stem from my lifestyle and not anything external, because most people actually believe that acne is something that comes from the external world. What I started with was actually putting on a lot of chemicals on my skin to dry out the skin, to get rid of the acne, because I thought that maybe I was just dirty, I didn't have the best hygiene. I thought that I had to change, bed sheets every 3 days because I was just sweating and I was dirty somehow. But that's not the root cause, and you don't really solve anything if you're not directly attacking the root cause. So that's something really important to understand about acne itself. It's nothing external, it's only an internal problem that you have. Second of all, that I had to realize is that the medical industry wants you to be sick and have health issues so that they can make money off of you. They create the problem or the cause of your acne, which is processed foods and a natural lifestyle. Second of all, you get the result, which is acne, and then they create the solution, they sell you the solution for the problem that they also made, which was acne. So you go to McDonald's, you buy your food, you stress, you sleep bad, then you get acne, you get health issues. Then you go to the doctors and you get pills from them, and then you swallow the pills and the acne is gone, but you will have other health issues such as hormone issues, low energy, headaches, poor sleep, everything. So it's just like an endless cycle of, you getting symptoms, then you go to the hospital, then you get another symptom, then you go to the hospital, and you just take pills for the symptom. You never really treat the root cause. So when I understood these things about my health and specifically my acne, then I had to realize okay, I need to start cutting out things that is unnatural. So the step after, my realization, where I got this enlightenment of, acne and health overall, I think my whole health journey started with me trying to fix my acne. That's where it all stemmed from actually. Or I'd say before that I wanted to, have big muscle because I was very insecure about my looks overall. So maybe it started in the gym, but whatever. So after my realization, the second step was the elimination phase, you could call it. And that's where I just took a step back from everything. At that time I was working out maybe 6 times a week when I had the most acne. I was also working out the most. So I took a step back from the gym. I realized that, when I have high cortisol, when I'm constantly putting stress on my physical body, but also having stress internally, that can cause a lot of issues, especially with digestion. And acne actually stems from, first of all, stress. Second of all, poor digestion. When you cannot digest your food properly, things starts to pop out in your face, because that's the exit pathway for chemicals, but also food that doesn't digest properly. So that's also why I got some small bumps here and there right now, because I'm eating a lot of food and sometimes I mess up like how much I eat or the food that I'm mixing. So what I was saying was, I stopped working out as much. I actually had a reason for, reducing my exercising as well, because I had some other health issues. I was actually starting to react to physical and mental stress, and that's when I realized that I had a nervous system problem. My nervous was very dysregulated, and this was something that was causing my acne. So lowering stress, and then also cutting out a lot of foods. So I was eating, lots of food, like oatmeal, eggs, pasta, a bunch of sauces, tomato sauce, cooked minced beef, chicken. I didn't really have structure when it came to like my diet. I didn't really have like, okay, I'm eating this, I'm not eating this. I didn't have any like boundaries when it came to my diet. So I simplified my diet a lot, and I came back to the animal-based diet, because at this time I actually figured out that, gut health plays a crucial role to having clear skin. And I also got a lot of knowledge from Paul Saladino. So I started eating more animal-based foods, more fruits instead of candy or processed foods, more beef, more eggs, more fats, and I had clear boundaries. This is what I'm supposed to eat, this is what I'm not eating. So I started to cut out grains, I started to cut out pasteurized dairy, I started to cut out, of course, binge eating or processed foods in general, and focused only on the basics, which is, in animal-based diet, you have the beef, the eggs, the fats. Paul Saladino, for example, he does fruits. So at that time I did lots of fruits, and honestly it helped a lot, since I was also eliminating lots of toxins that was entering my body. Another part of this elimination phase was just cutting out chemicals as well in general, like external chemicals. So for example, skincare products, like those are filled with chemicals. And I actually successfully got rid of my acne with like super toxic chemicals through drying my skin out. But I realized that was actually damaging my hormones. I got really, low energy. My skin got like very, very dry because I dried it out with chemicals, and it wasn't sustainable at all. I felt like I was going against myself and my nature. So I stopped doing that. And I was also cutting out perfumes, toothpaste with chemicals, unnatural clothing, unnatural fibers like polyester. And this is something that, went hand in hand with what I believed in, which was that nature is the way. And I looked up to these people that lived in nature and lived a natural lifestyle, because I saw how healthy they looked. I saw that, they had clear skin. They looked very vital. They seemed to be having like really high energy, even though they weren't going to the gym. The natural way at this time, the natural approach at this time was very appealing to me, because I tried the modern way with supplements, skincare products and stuff like that. So the only logical thing for me was just going back to basics. And that's exactly what I did as well. And after I eliminated all these different things that didn't align with nature, I started to reintroduce things that actually aligned with nature. So things that, healed my body, a natural diet. So animal-based diet. Now I'm eating raw animal-based diet, mostly beef, eggs, butter, milk, cheese, some fruits here and there, some sourdough here and there. But I recognize with sourdough I can break out more, so try not to eat that as much, but I consider that as a cheat meal, you can say. Then instead of, skincare products with chemicals in it, I started to hydrate my skin with fats. So I started with beef tallow. Beef tallow helped my skin a lot. I use this for my clients as well, since my clients are getting great results when it comes to their skin, when it comes to healing their skin. I have an entrepreneur right now that is in my program, and he is healing his skin right now, and he told me that the beef tallow he's using is the best thing he's ever used in his entire life for his skin, and it's actually starting to clear up. And before he used like 5 different CeraVe products to heal his skin, but they never really helped. So now he's on a natural animal-based diet with natural skin products, or you can say beef fat, and that's working for him as well. That's been working for multiple of my clients, including me. So this is something that is very, very healing. It gives you the raw fats to hydrate and moisturize your skin, and I don't really need anything to cleanse my skin externally. Everything that helps me with having clean, clear skin right now is just coming from my internal environment, from a healthy lifestyle that aligns with nature. And these are the main things that I focused on when I actually fixed my health. It's just like simplifying everything. You just gotta cut out the unnecessary bullshit and reintroduce the things that actually aligns with nature. And I think I will say this in every single YouTube video I make from now on. Like, everything that we have, every unhealthy, health issue that we have today just stems from us going against nature. It's that simple. So the more you align with living according to nature, the more health benefits you're going to get, and the healthier you're going to get. The more you're living against nature, the more consequences you will get, the more health issues you will get. And then of course you need to optimize certain things, you need to follow certain protocols for the best type of result, which I do for my clients. But the idea itself, that going back to nature, back to basics, it's very appealing. It makes a lot of sense, since I believe personally that God intended us to live in nature, to live according to nature. And I believe, as I said, when we go against nature, we're going to get these health issues. So for me, everything is like, it's very clear for me. I can see things very clearly. It's obvious for me, like, okay, this is how you're supposed to live. This is how you heal everything. This is how you fix all these health issues. But I know that 2 years ago, when I had these issues, it wasn't clear. So that's why I do these videos for you guys, basically trying to speak with my older version of myself and explain that, it's possible with going the natural way. I was thinking about hopping on Accutane. I was thinking about doing all these different things to cure my health issues. But I, with consistency and with research and just like trying to fix it myself, I finally made it. And I promise you guys, it's worth keeping up with the consistency. Keep trying to, better yourself. Keep trying to get out of your bad habits. Going back to basics, back to nature, back to sunlight. One key thing that I didn't mention in this video is getting sunlight exposure. Really important. Also, another thing that I didn't mention was digestion walks to support digestion, since indigestion is one of the main things why you have acne. So 10,000 steps every single day and sunlight exposure is very important as well. Of course, don't go outside if it's UV10 and you've never exposed your skin to the sun before. But, think logically. Expose your skin to the sun, go in the shade, go outside in the sun again, go in the shade. That's exactly how we're supposed to expose ourselves to the sun. We're not supposed to put on chemical sunscreen to protect ourselves. That's exactly what the animals does as well. They lay in the sun, then they go in the shadows. You don't have to, do anything else. You don't have to pressure yourself to be in the sun. Just think logically and listen to your instincts. Go within, since we have every single answer that we're looking for inside of us. Of course, I still had to research a lot about skin health and learn a lot on the internet, but essentially my intuition told me to be outside in nature more, to eat a natural diet and to be in sunlight. So I always had the answer inside of me, which is pretty cool. That's the end of this video. If you guys have skin issues and you're dealing with acne, make sure to follow the steps, make sure to follow the things that I said to you in this video. And if you'd like, you can send me a before picture on Instagram and then an after picture in maybe 2 months, and you'll see exactly how your skin will clear up. And if you're struggling with this, if you're struggling like, oh shit, I don't really feel like I can do this journey on my own, I have other health issues that I want to fix as well, then I'm offering coaching. So if this is something that you would like, just DM me on Instagram and I'll see if you're fit for my coaching program. I don't really take, anyone into my coaching program. I'm pretty particular with what types of people that I'm choosing for my coaching program, but always feel free to reach out to me on IG. It's Philip Hagblom. I will put it in the description as well. And yeah, I hope you guys got some value out of this video. See you guys in the next one.